Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video I'd like to review a Blu-ray that I watched just last night. It's a 2023 American sci-fi horror movie, and that movie is called M3gan. So lucky guys to get the slipcover with this, because I know in some places they're not including a slipcover, so I was really made up, to get this lovely edition of M3gan. Yeah, okay. So but as per usual, just before I reveal my thoughts on the movie as a whole, I'll just read you the blurb at the back just to give you some idea of the story, just in case you haven't seen it. Now, from James Wan, the producer of Annabelle, and Blumhouse, the producer of The Black Phone, comes a fresh new face in terror. M3gan is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, played by Alison Williams, a brilliant roboticist, M3gan can listen, watch and learn as it plays the role of friend, teacher, playmate and protector. Now, when Gemma becomes the unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, she decides to pair the girl with a M3gan prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. So there you go, guys. That's the blurb of the 2023 American sci-fi horror M3gan, and it's some great stills there, guys, from the movie. Yeah. All right then, guys, I'm going to talk a little bit more now about the movie and give me thoughts on as a whole. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And as regards how it stands up to Chucky, I actually preferred this to Chucky. Yeah, because whereas Chucky is more of a kind of a straightforward slasher killer doll story, this there was more depth to the killer doll in this one, M3gan. She had a lot of layers to it, and that, one minute she could be sort of like nice and sweet to the girl, a little girl, and that, and the next minute she could turn into a vicious killer. Yeah. But thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, and the picture quality is absolutely pristine, beautifully shot movie, and I can't fault this movie at all, guys. Yeah. Okay, so onto the story now, outline of the story. I'll try not to give too much away, in case you haven't seen it. Yeah, so as I say, just tells a story basically of this artificial intelligent doll, M3gan, that's created to sort of created by, the auntie, as a companion, for the little girl, Katie. But all hell breaks loose, guys, once things start getting out of control, and she becomes really vicious. She's got such an angelic looking face as well. They did a real good job constructing this. The robot girl, you really did. Absolute mask of angelic good looks. Yeah. Oh, but when she turns into a killer, oh boy, do you hate her, guys? Yeah. So I say, the basic story is the little girl Casey. She comes to live with her auntie, Gemma, after her parents are horrifically killed, in a car crash at the very beginning of the movie. So yeah, so she comes to stay with her auntie and that, who's a roboticist at a local Seattle toy company. Now, the auntie, she's sort of like she goes sort of like she sort of goes beyond the book, really, because she starts secretly creating M3gan, unbeknown to her boss. And when he finds out, he orders her to stop immediately and that. But when she sees how well the bond is between a niece and the robots she's already created and that, she's motivated to start building M3gan again. Yeah, and that's when all hell breaks loose, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is I think this is one of the best killer doll movies I've ever seen, and I'm very pleased to hear that there's going to be a sequel in 2 years' time. Yeah. Oh yeah, I actually really enjoyed this movie, and oh yeah, what a doll she is, and that, and I don't mean a dishy doll. Yeah, but yeah, oh god, yeah, and there's some quite brutal scenes in this, guys. Some killings and that, and but yeah, great story, and I just love the way the doll is sort of presented and that. As I say, she's got these cherubic looks, angelic looks and that, long blonde hair, piercing eyes and that. Yeah. Oh, but my word. Does all hell break loose once things start getting out of hand. Yeah. And well, it's also, I like the little subplots as well, Denise, a job at the toy company and that, she has sort of run-ins with her boss and that, because he's trying to launch when he sees how good, how brilliant M3gan is and that, he's giving a demonstration. And when he sees how brilliant she reacts and that's all the programming, he wants to take it worldwide, launch it as a big brand and that. But when things start getting out of hand and that, and he starts sort of like questioning M3gan and that, but oh yeah, and there's some quite loathsome characters in this, guys, as well. For instance, like, the two female protagonists who got this rather obnoxious, annoying neighbour, who's got this dog and that, and there's this young lad in it as well. He's equally obnoxious as well, and he's sort of like, he doesn't treat Katie very well. Let's just say he's a bit of a B to Katie, but of course M3gan's in the background watching everything in that, but I won't tell you what happens. But I absolutely love this movie, guys. It was really enjoyed it, every single minute of it. I was not bored once. And also it reminded me of kind of a modern day Frankenstein movie, because whereas like Frankenstein had the body parts narrative, this had the high tech narrative, constructing robots and that from bits and pieces of metal and that, and programming that. I thought it was very good the way they'd done the programming. You actually see like the code and that when M3gan was programmed. She's got to be programmed in a certain way, to do things and that, she becomes human, you'd swear she was human, and it's real creepy the way she pops up everywhere and that, all of a sudden that, and shocking people and that, oh yeah, and when she starts prowling around at night and that, oh yeah, she'd be really, or that angelic physiognomy soon dissolves into a mask of a malevolent menace, but oh yeah, if you haven't seen M3gan, guys, I highly recommend you get this movie. They did a fantastic job. Great performances all around and that, particularly by, Katie's auntie, and of course Katie herself. And good solid storyline, and it really holds your attention, and as I say, I enjoyed this more than Chucky. I don't get me wrong, I love Chucky. Well, I don't like all the Chucky movies, I like some of them, but my word, was I bowled over by this new sort of like variation on the Killer Doll theme, guys, and I'm very, very glad I bought it. This has actually got the unseen and theatrical versions of the film, guys. So there you go. I watched the making of documentary last night, and it was very, very well done. Gave it a good insight. There's no reversible artwork, guys. It's just the same cover. Oh yeah, but very impressed by M3gan. I enjoyed it. Like James Wan was really on the money with this movie and that, and great performances by Alison Williams and Violet McGraw, and it's a lovely cinematography, and you just didn't know what M3gan was going to do next. It was that kind of movie, she's basically capable of anything, really, and she starts singing these like cute songs as well. She even plays the piano. That's how clever a doll she is, and that, that's how intelligent she is, the artificial intelligence, it really shows in that, and she sings songs, plays the piano and that, at first you think she's a nice little doll, but boy does she turn, guys, and as I say, all hell breaks loose from there on. But very, very well done movie. I'm really pleased with M3gan. I really was. It's a movie that not only touches on the killer doll theme, it also touches on the theme of family loss and grief, in regards to the at the beginning of the movie where Katie loses her parents in that horrific car crash. And it's also a movie about like kids getting too obsessed with toys. They become too infatuated with toys, and you can't think of anything else than that. Things can really start getting out of hand and that. But M3gan, you kind of like it in a way because she's such a lovable little doll. But at the same time, you hate her as well, because once she starts turning murderous and that menacing, you really hate her. So it's a kind of a bittersweet story as well, because you think she's a lovely little companion for the little girl and that, Oh, the little girl, she really gets obsessed with that. She starts throwing tantrums and that when her mother tries to sort of like dispose of M3gan, throws tantrums in the car and that, Oh, she gets really obsessed with her. And she seems that M3gan seems to have this kind of weird hold on Katie, a real sort of like weird hold. It's almost impossible to break. I love this movie, guys. M3gan. I would rate this as one of the best horror movies I've seen this year, definitely, and I can't wait to see the sequel. But absolutely love M3gan, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that you get yourself a copy now. Lovely picture quality, as I say, good solid story, had you hooked from start to finish. So I describe M3gan as a kind of a nod, to all the killer doll movies we've seen over the years, but with strong high-tech overtones, create the robots, the robot company and that, all the scientific programming that's sort of like peppered in this movie and that, and it's a wonderful mix of black comedy, horror, sci-fi. What more could you ask for? Thoroughly enjoyed it. As I say, if you haven't seen M3gan, I highly recommend, you go out and get yourself a copy. Yeah, as I say, I'll definitely be keeping this one in my collection. Yeah. Okay then, guys, on to a rating now for M3gan. Oh, no hesitation whatsoever. A full 10 out of 10, because that's how much I enjoyed this movie, and I'm going to watch it again soon. And oh yeah, she's just this character, M3gan. And what I liked about it as well, guys, another thing I liked about it, she had a lot of layers to her, whereas Chucky, as I inferred from the beginning, he was just like demonically possessed, he's a straightforward slasher with the knife. M3gan's got a lot of depth to her, she's lovable at first, she's very cherubic looking, and you think, as I said before, you think she makes it the ideal companion for the little girl, but, she's got this like evil streak in her that just grows and grows and grows and grows with disastrous consequences. Yeah, so that's what I liked about this movie, many layers to the character, and I always like that in horror movies. I don't just like the sort of like plastic cardboard, the cardboard cut-out characters, the ordinary the conventional slasher, just going around slashing everything in sight. I like me horror characters to have depth to them, and M3gan certainly had depth to her. She really did, yeah. And the robotics were fantastic, the way they're moving. And one scene reminded me of the Wolfman, the remake of the Wolfman, where she gets down on her hands and knees, and she bounds across the forest like some demented bionic woman. She goes on all fours and chases people and that. I thought that was very cleverly done. Yeah. Oh yeah, you just didn't know what she was going to do next. And when she encounters the neighbor next door and that, and the lad. Yeah. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I won't say any more about it. I'll let you watch M3gan for yourself, but I loved it, yeah. Okay, yeah, so full 10 out of 10 for M3gan, yeah. All right then, guys, that concludes my review of the 2020 American sci-fi horror movie, M3gan. Have you seen M3gan? What did you think of it? To share my high opinion of it, that's one of the greatest killer doll movies ever made. Leave your comments down below. I'd be very interested, to read your opinion. Oh, but I loved it, guys, yeah. I absolutely loved it. Now, admittedly, I've had that many disappointments with a lot of these modern horror movies. When I first slotted it into my player last night, I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to go into this movie with high expectations. I'm just going to see how it plays out. And boy, was I pleasantly surprised. I absolutely loved this movie. Great character, great cast, lovely picture, and yeah, definitely merits a sequel. Yeah. Okay then, guys, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and usual, if you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well, I'll be back again very soon with another video. Take care. Bye for now.